So I'm still in the bed chilling. I got on my moo. I just don't want to show nothing else though. Um, I've been doing a lot of thinking for the last couple days, and I always say stuff like, um, "My twin flame journey was the worst," or it was really shitty, or I got treated like this or treated like that, and um, I don't feel like I was treated as good as I could have been. Um, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't doing treating people as good as I could have been treating them either. Um, so now I'm at the point in my journey where I don't want to look at what other people did to me. I just want to look at the role that I played so that I can go on and be the best woman that I can be, um, to whatever man that's gonna be. Um, so I basically just wanted to come on. I'm inserting this part of the video because the other part I was just emotional and I couldn't really talk. So I said I would wait a couple days, reflect over the video, insert the video after I talk, and then um, I'll do it like that. So I think I'm gonna wait though. I think I'll just insert it right here, and then we'll come back and talk. So see you in a minute. The Lord has a really funny way of humbling people. I just wanted to say. Sometimes you never know how severe the role you played was until you're forced to see it or feel it from the opposite role in which you didn't play from. I don't know if I guess this is a part of the journey. I guess this is all part of the journey because now I feel kind of bad. I feel kind of bad doing all that finger pointing, It's humbling in a sense because, I, I can finally understand. I can finally understand why my twin flame don't want to speak to me. I can finally understand now. When I met him, I needed a lot of healing, And I've been through a lot of healing since then. And up until today, I still couldn't understand. Like, even though we've been through all that we've been through, I just couldn't understand why he didn't want to speak to me or why he's so serious, like, or why he's taking it so harshly. But I met a person, right? Excuse me. And this person, I could see that person that I was when I first met him, the person that needed healing, And I knew I needed healing, but until somebody came and showed me how I was,
then I couldn't see it. Now I see it, you know, because I ran into a person that I knew, you know, the person that I am not anymore, you know. And now this person is, and you know, I'm not crying because my feelings is being hurt by the person, but I'm crying because this person is behaving so emotionally unstable. You know, that I don't even want to know. I don't even know if I want to even open my feelings up to him, you know? And it makes me, it humbles me because now I can understand. Now I can understand why a motherfucker didn't want to fuck with me. Why they didn't want to deal with me. Why they didn't want to talk to me. Why they didn't want to be around with me because I was emotionally unstable. And that's what hurts my feelings, you know, because now that I realize it, that my role was probably a little bit more greater than I've been allowing myself to believe. Now I feel some type of way because I've been out here bashing this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and the Twinflame journey was shitty to me. I still believe that. But I just forgot to acknowledge how shitty I was to the Twinflame. You see what I'm saying? And I couldn't acknowledge it because I really couldn't see it until now. I couldn't see that I was emotionally unstable. And that don't nobody want to be with somebody who's emotionally unstable because they don't feel safe. So it's like, now the facts of the situation are changed, right? Because it's not only that, oh, I was dealing with divine masculine and all I did was try to love him. And all he did was fuck me over. It's no longer that. It's now, oh, I was trying to date divine masculine, but I was too emotionally unstable. Even though he had his own fucked up problems, right? Let's talk about myself. I was emotionally unstable, is what you want to call it. Is what you call it. I didn't realize at the time that I'm supposed to be responsible for my own happiness. So I used to put all of this pressure on him about the kind of outcome that I wanted it to be, you know? So then when he finally didn't want to talk to me no more, I couldn't understand. You know, it's still hurting my feelings. I still deserve the explanation. I still deserve something. But I'm just upset because I didn't realize. Dang, my cat. I didn't realize when I was out there doing all that finger pointing that I needed to point the finger just as much at myself, you know? And it's a humbling experience. Because I thought I was so good, you know? I thought I was so good. And I just only realized, only thought I was so good because I guess I never really understood, you know? I knew this was going to happen, but I didn't know it was going to happen to me. Every day in the morning, I see 11:11, and then again at night, I see it again. You know, I normally see 11:11, but not this much. And all of a sudden, I'm meeting people. I met a person that shows me why a motherfucker don't want to deal with me. Why a motherfucker don't want to talk to me. Why, when I text, they don't have shit to say. Because it's just not safe. When you are a healed person or you're healing or you've been through enough in your life, it's not safe for you to be trying to date somebody who is emotionally unstable. Because where is that going to leave you? Where is it going to leave you when the person's on the emotional roller coaster that you really ain't trying to ride? In a bad situation. And people can't afford to be in a bad situation when they already been in too many bad situations. Even still, if he would have told me, I wouldn't have understood. Not until now, you know, but at least I would have knew. I really wouldn't have. Probably, maybe I would. I don't know. Or maybe it wouldn't have took me this long to get it. I don't really know. But it's a humbling experience for me to be sitting here today telling somebody the same shit that a motherfucker should have told me. And now I can get it. Now I could understand how a motherfucker could not even want to fuck with me. Why? Because now that the tables is turned and somebody is that same motherfucker to me, I don't want to deal with them. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to be bothered with them at all. Because it's not safe. Because I've been through enough. And then when I say that part, that's when my feelings start to hurt. Because I can understand now. I can understand. Move, kitty. So, I just wanted to go on the emotional rant because it's humbling to go back and say, after pointing that finger so much, and I probably maybe did. I don't know if I probably did. I'm sure I bashed the masculine up a little bit, and I still feel like he could have been a better person. But I forgot to look at the person that I was, And I made it seem like, I was just such this good person, which I was, but I never did realize that I was emotionally unstable. That's what you call that. You go into somebody's life and you like them and you care about them, and they're not ready for what you're ready for, but you just keep forcing yourself on them. And you keep talking to them about something when they already told you one thing. You don't take it for face value. A person tell you they don't want to be in a relationship, and you just keep on going with them, thinking you could change their mind. And then as soon as it don't go your way, you upset, you bent out of shape, and now you mad. Now you done flipped the script. Now you ain't saying all the nice shit you used to say. Now you mean. Now you acting different. Now I don't know what's up with you. You treat me like I did something to you. All because you emotionally unstable. That's the stuff I used to do. And now I can see it. I can see it clearly because it's being done to me. Now that I've healed from that place that I used to be at, and I'm no longer in an emotional unstable place. I just don't want to be bothered with it. I just rather would be all alone by myself with nobody to talk to before I sit there and I tolerate somebody who is emotionally unstable. Why? Because it's not safe. It's not safe. It's not safe for a person like me. It's just not safe. Now I get it. Now I got to listen. It's so important to be emotionally stable. It's so important to be in control of your own happiness. You run around here putting people in control of your happiness, you're already going wrong. It is nobody's job to make you happy but yourself, right? And if you're not happy on yourself, what you'll find yourself doing is making other people responsible for your happiness, right? And when that don't work out for you, you start getting in your feelings. You start getting upset. You start pushing people away from you because shit ain't working out the way you want it. Then you look around, you ain't got no motherfucking body because you was dealing with your own insecurities. And when you was dealing with your own insecurities, you pushed everybody away. And that's how that would be. Later on, when you finally start healing from the situation, you gonna want that relationship back. It ain't gonna matter what they did to you. I guess that's the unconditional love part of it. It's gonna matter that, damn, I didn't realize I played that much of a role. Damn, I didn't realize I did that much finger pointing when I really needed to point the finger at myself. And then it all changes. Everything changes. And then you start wanting to be friends again. You start wanting to be back around or talk to your twin flame again because you realize that a lot of these people are shitty. And he might have seemed shitty, but he really wasn't as shitty as he seemed, Maybe it was just sometimes your own perspective that needed changing. Sometimes your own ways that needed adjusting. So I just wanted to say that because it's only right, because I'm quick to get on here and say something when I want to talk about the masculine in a way that's not so negative, not so positive. So I'm gonna be quick to tell the truth. So I just wanted to make this video and share this experience because it's all a part of my journey. I didn't see this coming, y'all. I didn't see this coming. I didn't see this coming at all. It changes everything. Because it's like a whole new fact has been added to the situation. Some whole new clarity has been brought to my view. And it's not that I'm saying, hey, he was a saint. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I wasn't as much of a saint as I thought I was. And I can see that now. I can see that now, because what is a person supposed to do when you come into their life? If they like you, they do. But then as soon as something goes wrong, you start freaking the fuck out, getting on the emotional roller coaster and shit. Like a motherfucker ain't did shit to you. So then it goes okay, and y'all get back to being friends, but then we back here. You back being this doing this emotional roller coaster shit that we already know that I can't handle. And then when I don't want to deal with you anymore, you switch. You're back calling, trying. When I don't want to deal with you anymore, you can't understand it. You can't get it. You don't wrap your mind around it. Some closure still would have been nice. I don't care what nobody say, but I get it now. I get it because now I'm in a position where I don't want to talk to a person because I feel like they're emotionally unstable and they're no good for my life. And I'm just gonna back the fuck out. Why? Because I don't have that kind of time on my hands, right? So now that I'm the one wanting to bag the fuck out because I feel like somebody's emotionally unstable, I can see exactly what he was dealing with. I can see exactly what he was going through. And I can see exactly why he made the decisions that he made. Because I was emotionally unstable. And I couldn't even see it. I couldn't even see it until my perspective changed because I started healing. And now I can see. I'd rather be by myself than deal with somebody emotionally unstable because it's no good for my life and it's going to end me up in a bad situation. And I've been through too many bad situations to know when to avoid a situation. And that's why I'm being avoided. Because I was a bad situation that needed to be avoided on an emotional level. And that's just the truth. So, this is my confession. See y'all later.
Yeah, I feel like it's much better to just go over the video once you've watched it. So what you've seen by now is me getting emotional because I focused so much on what a person was doing to me. I never focused on what I was doing to a person. Okay. So it was like a really humbling experience. It was really emotional for me to realize that um, while I was so busy pointing my finger at somebody else, I forgot to look at myself. And nonetheless, I've been healing. I'm doing a lot of healing. But it was one particular part that I didn't understand. Like for the longest, I was like, I've moved past the part where closure is important to me, because I don't need closure. I don't need anybody to give me the closure. But I finally received the closure that I needed. And it was not the closure I was expecting. But nonetheless, it was closure, right? For me on my own to know that, okay, as we all know, I never really stopped texting my twin flame. Um, I did not. I don't text him as much as I used to. Um, far, not even close to the amount that I used to. So, but I never really stopped reaching out, checking on him, wondering if he's okay, feeling connected to him, right? So, on a soul level though, um, so now that I've realized, like, I kind of got in a situation where, whatever the case may be, no matter what the situation was, I'm just saying that the situation showed me who I was at one point. And then at some point when I started to feel the way I felt based on how the person was coming to me, I didn't like it. I didn't want to deal with the person. I didn't want to talk to the person, um, or none of that. You know what I mean? So then I could begin to understand how a person could want nothing to do with another person, right? So then it's like, okay. So then it was emotional because it's like, damn, I needed to blame myself a little more, and stop putting the finger at other people. I mean, I'm not saying that I was completely to blame, but I'm just saying I don't want to point my finger or blame anybody. I just want to own up to the part that I played, and I just want to move on with my life accordingly to wherever that takes me. You see what I'm saying? And I'm glad that it happened because now I could see, you know, I'm not that person anymore. The person that I would refer to as emotionally a little bit unstable. I'm not that person anymore because I've done a lot of self love, you know. Um, and I'm at the point in my life where I really don't need anybody. I feel like I'm a little bit dangerous in love, and I'm gonna tell you why I say that because I'm at the point in my life where I don't care about losing people. Anybody can go. You see what I'm saying? And I won't take it personal because people got to do in their life what's best for them, what they heart desires. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes we got to get out there and learn what the Lord is teaching us, and whatever's meant to be in this lifetime is gonna be. So I don't feel the need to hold up my life or be upset or point my finger at a person or play the blame game. Or I'm at the point to where I'm just trying to figure out, is this the lifetime I'm supposed to go in a union? Because if not, then I would like to keep on going because it's some pretty decent people out there. Not many, but it is. You know? And the fact still remains that I deserve to have me somebody who is sure about me, who knows how to care about me the way that I care about them, who knows how to accept me, you know, for who I am and all that means, even if they may not agree. You see what I'm saying? I need somebody that I can be completely different with and maybe even not even agree on a lot of, or some things, not a lot, but some things, and still be able to coexist in the same space. So, with that being said, I would still like to be friends with my twin. That's all I can promise for now. Um, but it's kind of miss having him around, as a friend, though, because as we know, that's all we ever was friends. So, but it still never stopped me from developing feelings and love for him. But nonetheless, I was still just his friend. So if we could become friends, that would be great. And if that's not what he's into, then that would be great too. I would like to be friends, but at the end of the day, I feel like people gotta do what their heart desires. And I don't want to get in nobody's way. I don't want to stand in the way of nobody and what their heart desires. Because that's just not me anymore. I don't I'm not the I'm gonna say I'm not the I got ego and pride, but I'm not as egotistical as I was. Like I don't feel the need to control the outcome anymore. I used to feel like I needed to be with him, but it's not the case anymore. He needs to be with whoever he needs to be with, and I need to be with whoever I need to be with. And I don't know who that is. I got the chills right now. My whole body is cold. Anytime my body gets cold and freezing, then I instantly get the energy of the Five of Swords. I mean, Five of Pentacles. Anyway, I was just wanting to share that because it's a part of my journey. And now I've realized that I've actually played more of a major role because I had met, well, I ain't really trying to go into all of that, like my business stuff, but I recently was able to understand that people can be hurt in many different ways. Even if if they may not seem they have feelings, or they may not seem they getting their feelings hurt, they might really be getting hurt, you know? So, I don't know. I care about everybody, you know? I'm a genuine person. I care about everybody. I care about people's feelings. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, you know? But the reason I was emotional about it is because to think that you could be doing all this pointing your finger at somebody and you really need to be checking yourself, it's humbling in the motherfucker, you know? I didn't see it coming. I didn't see that coming. Not one bit. So now I'm at the point in my life where I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what the Lord wants me to do. I learned my lesson. So do I go on with my life now? Is that okay? I'm just kind of waiting on him to tell me, to let me know what to do, because I just really don't know what to do, you know? I see my lights up there tangled. I need to unravel them. So, but I'm not going to do too much stressing. I'm not going to stress at all, first of all, but I'm not going to do too much pondering, is what I mean. Because I feel like life is good, you know? And I'm grateful for the things that I have now. Ooh, my stomach growling. So I don't, I'm content with where I am. Not in a sense, but I'm content to the point to where I can be grateful. You see what I'm saying? I'm content, not saying that, oh, I'm going to content here, I'm going to stay. I'm going to keep on climbing up higher and higher. But I'm content with the progress that I've made. I'm content with the pace that I'm going. I'm content with the route in which I'm taking. I'm content with how far I've made it. So I'm proud in a sense. I feel free, you know? Like I've completed my cycle. Like I've completed the lesson that I was supposed to learn. And that I can move on to the next phase now. And that's good, you know? Because I spent all this time feeling I really wasn't stuck. I came out of stagnation a while back, but have I really, you know? I feel so free. And I don't know why I feel free. But I just feel like I don't know how to describe it, like there was an obstacle to complete before anybody could be set free, and I feel like I've completed the obstacle. Like I finally did it right, you know, by taking in everything and grasping all the lessons, you know. So even now that I'm not that person, I'm still checking in on myself emotionally and making sure, you know what I mean, that I'm as mature as I can be, you know, because feelings is like not the strongest suit for me, because like when I care for people, I genuinely care, and people like take that for granted, you know, and it bothers me. And then I'll find myself saying some foul ass shit that I know I shouldn't be saying, and then I'll be saying, "Oh well, my feelings got hurt," and that's just not good enough to put that kind of stuff out there, because at some point I'm gonna have to receive that back in, you know, and I don't want to receive any more bad. I just want good, you know. And even though the universe will work with you like doing something small, it's not, you know, it's still not good. You know, you don't want to put anything bad out into the world. You don't want to have to have anything circling around coming back and it's bad. So it's a very humbling experience, but I'm glad to be experiencing it. Because by this time in my journey, I'm very grateful. I'm not upset at anybody, especially, and I mean, I was upset at some point, but I'm not. I'm like, I forgive. You know, I forgive, even if I wasn't going to forgive a person for them, I was going to forgive them for me, because I already know in this lifetime that you got to forgive people, even if you don't want to. You forgive them for yourself. Why? Because you have to be able to go on. You know, you can't hold on to that. You can't hold on to that, because if you hold on to things, you won't be able to make it out here. You'll be bitter. You'll be upset. You won't be talking, getting nobody. People be wanting to not be bothered with you because you're so negative, or you so low vibration, or you so a Debbie Downer all the time. Motherfuckers just be trying to have a good time, you know? And not to say that I didn't want to forgive a person, because at first it was like that, but then as I grew, I absolutely had seen no problem forgiving a person. It was just like, I forgive you, but I'm just not fucking with you. But now I don't see it that way, you know? And I know I'm back and forth on the journey all the time, but I didn't see myself wanting to be friends or nothing, you know? But I would at least like to be friends, you know? I would at least like to stay in contact so I can be, hey, how you doing along your journey? You know, so I can see what's your progress? How are you coming along? So we can compare notes, you know? So, but if not, I'm okay with that too, you know? Because what the thing is about me now is that the things that have changed about me now that wasn't back then is I couldn't accept the answer that he wanted to tell me. When he wanted to tell me he wasn't ready, I couldn't accept that. When he wanted to tell me he can't have nothing more on his plate, no room more on his plate for nothing more than a friend, I didn't really listen to it. And I really wasn't not listening to it. It just kind of got like that, you know, because I started talking and we started spending time, and then feelings started developing. It wasn't that I was trying to be more than a friend. It just kind of happened, you know? I don't know. I don't want to keep reliving it. It just, the past is the past. It's done. I can't do nothing about the past, so I don't want to focus on the past. I just want to focus on where I'm headed and what I got ahead of me, and what kind of blessings the Lord got up his sleeve, you know? And what can I do to make sure I'm an even better version of myself this year than I was last year? That's all I want to do, and get this money. That's it. Other than that, I'm just trying to stay out the way. Love is still important to me, but not as important as it was, you know? And I learned to not rush. I learned to stop moving so fast. Like now, I'll move though, but I won't, cause it's a difference, you know. I won't move fast, but I know how to differentiate between my ego and my intuition, right? So I won't move fast, but I won't control the pace that we're moving anyway. So as I prefer not to move fast, if the energy or the feeling or the vibe or the intuition is saying that it's right, then I'm gonna roll with it, because I'm gonna trust my intuition over anything in this world. So yeah, while I may not want to move this fast, or I may not want it to go as fast as I feel like it's going, I'm not gonna try to control the flow, because I know that's egotistical. So, but I will let a person know, hey, I'm a slow mover now, because the lessons have taught me that, and I just prefer to move slow. Whether that person heeds that or not is not up to me, right? So, when the person does heed that, right, but then y'all get on the phone and y'all clicking so much more than you thought y'all would, and then, you know, it's just feeling right and going good, and then, you know, you just keep going. You don't supposed to stop it and hold it because you feel like it's going too fast, because that would be your ego. And why would it be your ego? Because now you're putting a damper on how vulnerable you're willing to be, because you don't feel like the time is right, or you don't feel like the pace is going. But what is the Lord's plan? You see what I'm saying? I don't want to disrupt the Lord's plan for me, because I know that he know it better than anybody. And if he telling me, then he know what's up. So I want to go with that. I want to go for what he got for me, because it's better than what I can plan out for myself. So I don't make plans in my life anymore, besides the fact that I still want to do healing jury, and the fact that I still want to do my tarot, and the fact that I still want to do Bigo. You know, none of that changes for me. I still want to work on that stuff, and I still want to, you know, build something for myself and my children. But I don't go outside of that. I don't plan. I just wing it. And why do I just wing it? Because I never know what the Lord is doing. Well, there's no point in me making a plan when I'm not even going with a plan that I'm making. I'm going with the plan that the Lord said He made for me. So whatever that is, that's what I would like to know. That's what I would like to devote myself to. You know? Even if I don't agree sometimes, even if I feel like, Lord, this don't seem right, I know for a fact that the Lord has my best interest at heart. And I know for a fact that I can have faith in the Lord to deliver on His promises and to do what He said He was going to do. I could depend on the Lord to be there for me when I need it the most, or when I don't need it at all. He's still there, you know? So I realize now that I didn't come here to, I came here to live and, all that good stuff, but I came here for a greater purpose. And I'm just trying to figure out what that purpose is, you know? The Lord has designed a husband for me, and I just don't know who He is. And I would like the Lord to reveal that to me. So, and I know He will. All I have to do is actually ask Him, But sometimes it's like, do you really want to know? Are you really ready to know? Are you even ready to be in a relationship? Are you even ready to be completely and utterly vulnerable with a person? But then that's something I don't really have to ask myself, because I'm completely and utterly vulnerable all the time. I put all that shit out. I be telling motherfuckers shit that they don't really have to know. And that's because I'm an open book. And a lot of the times people don't appreciate open books. Not until they get a woman that lies, And sometimes it's just naturally like that. Or a man that lies. I just say a woman because I'm a woman, but women do it too, Naturally, when people are too blunt, it's held against them. Not all the time, because some people will appreciate that honesty because they remember how hurt they was behind a lie, But some people will judge you. Some people will judge you because they feel like you're only supposed to be doing what you tell them, or they feel like it's a little more raunchy than they like, or people will judge you, but they will forget the bigger picture, that you are being open, you are being honest, and you are not hiding anything. That's what's important in a relationship. It don't matter what somebody did in their past. It don't matter who they was in the past, because we're not living from the past. We're not in the past. We're trying to see what the future holds. So, I'm trying to learn that. I'm trying to not make the same mistake this time around, because it seems like it's my turn to be in the shoes of my twin flame, and I just don't want to because a lot of the times people are just misunderstood, and we all have our own way of loving people, and I just don't want to misunderstand somebody or misjudge somebody and like blow it out of proportion, because I know what that feels like, and I don't want to tell somebody that, or treat somebody like they're not capable of loving me or being the person that I need for them, and I don't really know. So I'm kind of just in a dilemma in my own personal dating life, which I could put dating on the shelf and just come back to it later at the point, but I could also keep talking and keep going and see what happens. I just don't want to keep talking and keep going and see what happens if that's not what the Lord is wanting for me. So I'm just basically asking the Lord to reveal to me who is the person that I'm supposed to be with. Even if I'm not going to be with them now, I would just like to know. And if the choice is mine, then I just want Him to help me pick somebody good, because I don't want to end up with nobody bad. I got a lot to give, and I can't afford to give it all to the wrong person. And I can't afford to give it to a person who's going to just take and not give it back. So that's my little ramble on. I just wanted to put that out there because I feel like it's only right to be honest, and be honest about the humbling moments that really are sad. That you really realize that when you didn't realize how much of a role you played, when you really was just as much as fault as the other person that you wanted to blame. So yeah, I just wanted to put this video out. I'm gonna share it. to my regular page, but I'm gonna put this out on my Free Yourself page, because that's my Twin Flame journey page. That's my whole life's journey page. And spiritual healing is my tarot page. You know, that's where I get to work. So I'm not gonna put this out on the tarot page. I'm gonna put it out on my page where I'm me and not wearing a hat to work. I don't know, somehow the video cut off. But yeah, that's all. Thank y'all for watching. I will share it to the tarot channel just in case y'all want to see it, but you'll have to come over to the Free Yourself page, okay? Namaste. Thank y'all so much for the love and support. It is greatly appreciated. Namaste.